The ballroom glittered with chandeliers, glasses clinking and cameras flashing, an evening meant to celebrate success. But for a powerful black CEO, the night took a turn darker than anyone could have imagined. In front of hundreds, the smiling white hostess leaned in as if to welcome her, then smashed a slice of cake across her face. Gasps echoed, but silence followed. No apology, no outrage, just cold stares. Was this humiliation just a joke, or something far more sinister? What happened next would shake the foundations of power itself. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Her name was Maya Richardson, a self-made billionaire who built a tech empire from scratch. Born to a working-class family, she carried with her the pride of communities that had been told they would never make it. Tonight was supposed to be her moment of recognition, an exclusive gala where leaders of industry were honored for their impact on the global economy. Maya arrived in elegance, her presence commanding respect. She had faced subtle prejudice before, the whispered doubts in boardrooms, the dismissive tones from competitors, but she never allowed it to define her. This gala, however, was different. She was not just another attendee. She was the keynote guest, the figure everyone had come to see. But in a place where money and power usually silenced hate, Maya would discover that racism still found its way through champagne smiles and polished marble halls. The evening began smoothly. Cameras captured Maya greeting world leaders, investors, and journalists eager for a quote. She spoke with grace, her words drawing nods of admiration. But beneath the surface, there were whispers, an unspoken tension that followed her steps. Some smiled too tightly, others avoided her gaze altogether. As dinner was served, the hostess, a woman known for her charm and poise, walked onto the stage with a cake in hand. The crowd chuckled, assuming it was a playful tribute. Maya leaned forward, expecting a gesture of celebration. Instead, the hostess slammed the cake into her face with calculated force. The room froze. For a moment, no one moved. Cameras clicked, but no one intervened. Maya's dress, worth thousands, was ruined. Her dignity, attacked in the cruelest way possible, lay shattered on the ballroom floor. The hostess laughed softly, shrugging as though it were a harmless prank. Guests exchanged glances, some embarrassed, some entertained. But no one stood up for Maya. Instead, the silence screamed louder than the act itself. Here, in this space of power, she did not belong. Maya excused herself, leaving quietly, her face burning, not from the cake, but from the weight of humiliation. What the crowd didn't know was that Maya held more power than the entire room combined, and she would use it. The following morning, headlines should have celebrated her accomplishments. Instead, they showed her with frosting smeared across her face, framed with mocking captions. Yet Maya remained silent. Days later, the world learned why. She issued a single statement. Her company was divesting $42 billion from the corporations that sponsored the gala. In one stroke, entire industries felt the ground tremble beneath them. Stocks plummeted, partners scrambled. The same people who had sat in silence were now begging for her forgiveness. But it was too late. The image of that night, of Maya standing tall while drenched in humiliation, had gone viral. What was meant to break her had only exposed them, and now they would pay the ultimate price. Maya never returned to that gala. She didn't need to. Her actions spoke louder than any apology they could have offered. The corporations lost billions, forced to confront the cost of silence and complicity. For Maya, the incident became more than personal. It was symbolic of every time a black professional had been belittled, dismissed, or disrespected in spaces they had earned the right to be. She turned her humiliation into power, reminding the world that dignity cannot be purchased, but disrespect carries a price tag. The story sparked debates, protests, and calls for accountability across industries, and the question lingered in every boardroom. When racism hides behind wealth and smiles, who will have the courage to stand up? Tell us, what country and city are you watching from? Take care.